What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video we're talking about Kaspa because it's finally happening. Kaspa broke out the psychological barrier that prevented traders from investing into a project sitting at an all-time high, which was the 20-cent mark. It's a problem that Kaspa has had for the last few months, in which I've kept accumulating and my community kept accumulating. God's sake, I've been buying Kaspa since it was 1.5 cents, so I'm already massive profits, but I wouldn't hesitate recommending people with my non-financial advice, because obviously don't take anything that I say as financial advice. See this as educational content only. I wouldn't hesitate recommending people to buy Kaspa because this is just going higher and higher. And even though I don't see Kaspa doing 100x plus from here, I still see Kaspa doing massive returns from here and see it as one of the best investments, best bang for your buck that you can invest in right now in the crypto market. I'm going to explain to you exactly why in this video, so stick around till the end. And obviously, if you're new to this channel, welcome. Subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a like for the algorithm, really helps me out tremendously. And also make sure to follow me on X, because there's a lot of alpha that is going to be dropped here as well, and also access to my free Telegram and a variety of other giveaways, referrals, and a bunch of other stuff. Kaspa, you probably already know what it is. I have another educational playlist of around 50 videos about Kaspa, but the main thing that you need to understand is that Kaspa could be this cycle biggest gainer when it comes to altcoins. If you just look, and I'm going to compare it to Bitcoin in a second, but if you just look at the chart, this has been the best performing altcoin in the bear market of 2022-2023. So you can't even imagine, because of this, how high Kaspa can actually go, because if something has been the top performing altcoin in the bear market, chances are that it has very strong opportunities to be the best performing altcoin in the bull market. And if you compare it to Bitcoin, this is both, they are both per launch, no ICO, no dev allocation, although some of the supply was pre-mined when it comes to Bitcoin, but that's a story for another video. Fully community driven. Community is the thing that matters the most, obviously. It's purely decentralized. They're both proof of work projects, and in fact, you can see that in both charts, they both started from zero, and then miners kept mining the supply with electricity and equipment to mine the coins, and the project kept gaining value as a result. So a lot of similarities. Kaspa probably solves the trilemma, because actually this has been a problem that we've seen for a while of scalability, security, and decentralization, because for instance, Bitcoin is not infinitely scalable as Kaspa could be, but it's secure and decentralized. And Ethereum, on the other end, right now is scalable, sort of, and secure, but it's very centralized because there's a big company behind it. So Kaspa actually solves, is probably the only project right now that can solve all sides of this triangle. And obviously Kaspa is a block tag. It's not a blockchain like Bitcoin or pretty much 99% of crypto out there. So transactions occur simultaneously in the blocks, and it's much faster and much cheaper to transact as well. So all these problems are solved. I like to compare Ethereum's first chart with the first bull market that they had experienced with the one of Kaspa, because you can see that Ethereum started from zero, pretty much like Kaspa, when Ethereum was actually a proof of work project, and then it kept going on an upward trajectory, had a bit of a correction, had a few local tops with higher highs and higher lows, and then went on to do one of the biggest top gaining cycles that we've ever seen in crypto. Now, I think that Kaspa, if we were to compare the charts, it's probably sitting around here, because we see an all-time high, we've seen a correction, we've seen another all-time high. In my opinion, we might have a bit of a correction, and then we honestly shoot for the stars, and we're gonna see the massive prices that we're gonna achieve next year probably. So because of that, I do think that we might experience a correction, or we might not even experience the correction, because the Kaspa chart has been so freaking strong that I wouldn't even be surprised if this phase of this chart of Ethereum, I wouldn't even be surprised if this phase of the chart of Ethereum would be disregarded entirely. If anything, we're going to see a bit of a tiny drop before moving up again. Otherwise, we're just going to go parabolic on a straight line for the very foreseeable future. That is how I see it. And obviously, it has a lot of similarities, if you can see in this chart right here, because the buying pressure is real. The trading volume is not insanity, because people understand the real value of Kaspa. People understand that this is actually an asset that you don't try to time the market, you don't try to swing trade it, but rather you buy it and then you hold it for the foreseeable future, because you know how valuable the thing that is sitting in your wallet it is. And then how to buy it, how to store it. This is what I recommend. If you can use Bybit, you can use it if you're not based in the US or UK. If you're based in any other parts of the world, I do recommend Bybit. Otherwise, there's also workarounds to use Bybit. I use it because it's my favorite exchange. The trading laws are fees. It's very reliable. I don't think it's going to crash anytime soon, like many other exchanges. And I couldn't say the same thing about many other exchanges. And my referral link gives you access to a $30,000 deposit campaign. Otherwise, let's say that you don't want to use Bybit and you don't know the workarounds, which, by the way, I explain in my VIP group, so I'm going to talk about the VIP group at the end of the video. You can also use other non-KYC exchanges like Bitmart or XT.com. There's a lot of places that you can buy, really. And don't be the kind of guy that waits for it to come to Coinbase and Binance, because obviously when it comes to those exchanges, that is the moment in which you're gonna take profit. Don't be like the kind of guy that waits for Kaspa to arrive on Binance, because then the price maybe is gonna go 10x from here, and then you're gonna be late to the party. You wanna be like me and my group are doing, accumulating before the big exchanges and then taking profits after big events that lead to a big price rally. That is very important. And when to store it, obviously store it on Tangent. This is my favorite cold storage solution. You want to buy it on a centralized exchange and then withdraw it to cold storage, to a hardware wallet, so it's not sitting on the internet and you're not going to be victim to hack attacks or forgetting your seed phrase because it's actually integrated into the card itself. You can also back it up with a seed phrase, but anyway, I prefer to use it without seed phrases. And that's pretty much what you got to do to secure and keep your funds safe. $49 seems a bit of a no-brainer. My discount is automatically applied with the link down in the description, by the way, if you guys are interested. Anyway, Kaspa, it's also the top project. I actually saw a tweet earlier today by my friend Dream Crypto that actually said that Kaspa is the biggest project on the top 20, on the top 30, whatever, of CoinMarketCap without a Binance and without a Coinbase listing. That really makes you think, because if you see all the top projects, disregarding obviously exchange projects or stablecoin, etc., Kaspa is the only project without a listing on those exchanges. Honestly, to me, it's just a no-brainer that Kaspa is going to get listed on Binance and Coinbase. It's just a matter of when. It's not a matter of if. And as I was saying before, fucking hell, we even flipped Pepe and Polygon when it comes to market cap. That is honestly outrageous. So you want to get in before the big exchanges, because those are going to be the biggest catalyst events that are going to lead to a big ramp up in price of Kaspa. I cannot stress this enough. Unfortunately, people still don't get it. I need to repeat it every fucking time, because that is the most important thing if you really want to build generational wealth. So obviously don't mess it up, because I know that it's sitting at the all-time high right now, and I'm not the kind of guy that tells people to buy projects when they are all-time high, even if I don't give financial advice. But what I can tell you is that people thought that the all-time high here was outrageous when we went to 3 cents, right? People thought the same when we went to 10 cents. And right now it's 2x from there. So what is your excuse? We're always going to have higher highs and higher lows. I don't think that Kaspa is going to have a crazy correction. We might go down maybe for one last stop between the 17 or 18 cents. But I think that that is going to be it before Kaspa starts going parabolic and we go to big pricing in the peak of the bull run, which I would expect in Q1 next year. Could also be in Q3 next year. We can't really know. But what I can say is that whenever we see a peak next year, I think that $2-3 is very realistic, and perhaps we could even go towards the $4 to $5 range, because the community is real, the hype is real. And I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to say Cardano went and did all those multipliers with a terrible community and nothing functioning on that blockchain. And I do understand that point. I do understand also that there's going to be way many more people in the crypto market. There's going to be way more capital flowing in the crypto market. So if you do consider those phases, then $5 Kaspa could even be bearish, and we could even go to $6-7. But I want to keep my expectations very low, because obviously I'm going to DCA out sooner than later, because if we go to $1.50, I'm already going to be 100x on my initial investment. So it's going to be time to DCA out and perhaps leave a moon bag and take all my profits if we go to this $5 or whatever. So something to keep in mind. But listen, even if you go to $1 from here, it's the easiest 5x that you can do in the crypto market right now. We're probably going to go to $2. That will be a 10x from here, and in my opinion, still the easiest 10x that you can do in the crypto market right now. I have another price prediction video if you want to see about my reasoning more in detail, but you know, as just in a nutshell, I think that 10 to 15x from here, in my opinion, should be quite a no-brainer at this stage, considering all the bullish catalyst events that Kaspa is going to have, including the KRC20 network, the meme coins, the growing ecosystem, smart contracts, exchange listings when it comes to tier 1 like Binance and Coinbase, etc., and overall one of the top communities in the crypto sphere today. If you want to see what I trade on a daily basis, all of the swing trades when it comes to meme coins that I do on the short term to actually reallocate for my long-term bags like Kaspa, and how have helped more than 600 people be in the right path to generational wealth, then join my private group. Everything is explained on my website. I've just created a new website, by the way, and it's freaking great. I appreciate your feedback because I've heard very good things about it, and you're gonna find everything in the website. It's the first thing in the description, also the QR code that you see above my head. You might have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to create generational wealth this bull cycle, so don't waste it. I hope to see you there and help you out with your crypto investing journey, and until then, take care for now.